What's up, everybody, and welcome to a whole new episode of Toni Approved. If this messed that up completely. If this is your first time checking out one of my videos, please make sure that you like and subscribe so you can stay to know of everything that Toni Approved is coming at you. I wanted to jump on real quick and talk about some of my highlighted favorite parts from Beyonce's Elle interview. Was to announce that she's going to be releasing some new Ivy Park merch along with Adidas on January 18th, 2020. So make sure that y'all got all y'all money together because, baby, you already know it's gonna sell out. In this interview, Beyonce shows so much of her personality. She basically answered some questions directly from her fans coming from Facebook or via email. I, being a Beyhive member, love stuff like this because everybody knows Beyonce don't really give out interviews anymore. I love how she answered some of the questions using some of her musical lyrics. For example, when she was asked about what does she do with all of her clothes that she doesn't wear anymore, I believe she said that she dedicates her personal pieces to women charities that actually help women get back on her feet. But she was like, all of her custom dresses she keep for her daughter, she gonna be litty vintage pieces by the time she hit the city. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, she quoted love. Hey, I love that. And then when she talked about, you know, letting go of her fears when she's moving forward, quoting Move Forever. And then even when she quoted her husband Jay-Z on his Beach Is Better, which everybody knows is one of the highlight tracks off of Magna Carta album. Hey, she better look like Halle Berry.
Oh, Beyonce!
There are a lot of really great Beyonce quotes inside of this interview. For somebody like me who actually looks up to Beyonce and has been looking up to her for years as inspiration, a lot of her words I just take, digest, eat, and apply them to my life. We have to have the confidence in us to take chances and bet on ourselves. We have more power than we realize. These different statements, especially coming from Beyonce and where I am in my life right now, I take them all in, and it helps me with my self-love and my self-care and my confidence within myself to know like, hey, you have everything that you need on the inside of yourself, and always remember that. And that's why I love Beyonce interviews, because whenever she opens up and starts sharing those type of inspirational statements, it really just helps me move forward. I love the fact she had the courage to bring back her Ivy Park line. I'm not really sure, which I probably should have did more research on, as to why she ended up dropping with her previous partners, but you know, it's not really any of our business. But I'm thankful that she's with Adidas and they're honoring her wishes as far as making sure they're showing that everybody is represented throughout the collection: Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, ants. And also Lil Birdie has stated that Beyonce we might not only get one collection, we might get two, an Adidas and Beyonce collection, and then an Ivy Park collection all by herself. With these shoes, I'm just excited, man. I definitely gotta get some prices. I hate the fact that some of Beyonce's quotes actually has been misquoted when it comes to other media outlets reporting on this interview, especially when it comes to her statements about being snubbed at the Grammy and other type of award shows. And I love that her answer was, you know, her view of success looks different now. Her goal more now is to make sure that her legacy is something that is going to live on past her life and be something that she's actually proud of. And I feel like that's the best way for her to win too, because at the end of the day, if you're constantly trying to get the approval of these different award shows, it's like trying to get the approval of other people. As long as you're chasing that, you're never going to truly be happy, and you're never going to be as fulfilled as you can in your life. And Beyonce's actually been on this tip ever since back in, what, 09, 08, when she was doing the I Am era. That's when it kind of clicked in her brain like, okay, I need to start making my art to be not only focused on what's hot, but something that's classical, that's gonna live forever, and also represent where we were as a culture during this time period. Speaking on the fact that, you know, learning that you have to learn that pain and loss is actually a gift. I love that statement because I'm a type of person, I don't really like painful situations, and I try to stay away from them as much as possible. But you know, you grow so much sometimes out of loss, and you become a better person. And one thing I like about hard situations is sometimes when you go through a hard situation in life and you kind of build up the endurance to kind of deal with it, when you encounter that hard situation moving forward, you just move differently and it doesn't affect you in the same type of way. Like I mentioned, her personality was definitely showing through on this interview. She was funny. I loved her little corny joke and how she said that Blue was gonna get her. It just showed that she's so connected to her family and her kids. The way she answered the question about the whales. Every Beyhive member has probably seen that Destiny's Child interview over and over and over again. I know I have, and it was just so cool to just know Beyonce knew exactly which interview we talked about when she said that she wanted to be a whale. And she commented on the fact that, you know, a lot of people be talking about, oh, they must have been high and all the rest of that stuff. Nah, baby, it was just a 16-hour shoot. I like that because it definitely showcased that Beyonce be on here lurking and paying attention on social media. You don't think she do, but she does. And I'm really starting to believe that she definitely has to be some of these fan pages from the Beyhive, because the way they be putting out information, it almost be like, dang, bro, like, where did you get that from? How did you and her website post it within 30 seconds of each other? I know a lot of people was upset about the fact that we're not gonna get the Formation DVD, but I love just her response to it. The whole, referencing Prince and her performance with him, which was such an iconic performance. He was such an icon, and it was just such a great politically Beyonce correct way to answer that entire question. But hey, I low-key have the Formation tour on DVD. Don't ask me how, but I low-key have it. She also drove home the whole topic of what stresses her out the most is work and life balance. And speaking from me, I can understand exactly where she's coming from. We don't think about it, but Beyonce wears so many hats as an entertainer, as a businesswoman, and as an artist. And when it comes to her kids, because life gets so busy when you're focusing on your art and stuff, you could miss dinner time a lot of times with your kids. And when it comes to Blue, Rumi, and Sir, they don't really see their mom as Beyonce. I mean, I'm pretty sure they know who she is, but they don't really see her the same way we see her. They see her just as mom. So when mom isn't showing up for dinner, it would definitely affect them in a certain type of way because they'll be looking for her. So I love the fact that Beyonce is definitely putting her family first. I feel like she's given us so much over the years that the Hive doesn't mind her taking a back step just to focus on her family, because as she stated in the interview, Blue, Rumi, and Sir are her greatest joy and what makes her the most happy. And of course, Beyhive wants you to be happy, B. Finally, Beyonce made a comment in a statement about being to a point where you give zero. And I love that statement because I always view the statement of giving zero and not really caring about what people think about you. I view those statements in very different ways. When you think about the whole topic of not caring what people think about you, that's more of the whole thing of saying, hey, I'm not gonna let nobody else's opinion affect me to the point that I'm not gonna move forward. I'm not gonna be myself. I'm not gonna try to be the greatest example that I can be for anybody that's looking up to me, because people are always gonna have their opinions. They always got something to say. You can't be focusing on that. You can take the opinions of somebody that's close to you that you can trust, but you can't be focusing on what people think. And the whole thing about giving zero is that that's basically saying that, hey, I'm gonna be in this situation, I don't care how I feel, tired, scared, failed several times, anxious, nervous, I don't give a I'm gonna keep moving forward and keep going to what it is that I wanna be, which is the greatest version of myself. So yes, B, just hearing B saying, give zero, damn, I wish I could hear that on a track or something. But what did you guys think about the interview? Did you guys check it out? Make sure that if you haven't read it already, you can check it out on Elle's website, I believe. If not, make sure you grab the magazine off shelves. When it comes out in January 2020, definitely be on the lookout for Beyonce's whole Ivy Park line in partnership with Adidas. Love the photo shoots. I didn't even mention in this video, but I loved all the photos that she took for this. Beyonce is definitely just a beautiful black woman, and I love that she's embracing her blackness and she doesn't go backwards. So I don't see her not showcasing her blackness to this magnitude anytime soon, because as Beyonce stated, she never goes backwards, she always goes forward. And I love the fact that she's at a point now where she highlights her blackness, especially to the point that it inspires her people. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Make sure you're checking out other videos that I have in my catalog. And until next time, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back with another video soon.